Hello everyone, how is it going? Hope that all of you are staying at home safely. So students, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Can you see the board? It's not need to write down this here because this is included in your class materials. Okay, so please don't write down it in your khata. Write in your ID number on the chat box, but for one time, not more than one time. And if you face any problem to hear me or to see the board, then please inform me directly. Please don't write down your problem on the chat box. And since almost, okay, probably maximum students are not present, so we'll start after 2 minutes. So student, please wait for 1 or 2 minutes, okay? And it's not necessary to write down this because this part or this literature is included in your class materials. Okay, I think maximum students are present now, so we can start from here. Basically, in our previous classes, we have completed Fourier analysis, right? And in this course and in my section, it contains two parts. One is Fourier analysis, another is Laplace transform. And we have completed Fourier analysis. Now we will go for the Laplace transform. And it is quite easier than Fourier analysis. Here, the calculations are not as much as lengthy as Fourier analysis, okay? But you have to understand some basic thing about Laplace transform. Laplace transform is a part of operational calculus. Now the question is, what is operational calculus? It's a powerful mathematical method by which you can solve differential or partial or initial boundary value problems by using algebraic equations. Okay, all of you know that to solve algebraic equation is very easy for us, and in operational calculus, it's a mathematical method by which we can convert our ordinary and partial or initial boundary value problem can be converted into algebraic equation. Okay, so and Laplace transform, it's a part of that operational calculus. Here there is a sequence. Operational calculus helps us to convert ordinary partial differential equations into algebraic equation, and Laplace transform is a part of operational calculus. And this subject Laplace transform was included or was invented by the French mathematician Pierre-Simon Laplace, and it was furtherly developed by the British physicist, and his name is Oliver Heaviside. Okay, Oliver Heaviside, and he simplified the solution of many differential equations that describe physical process of any problem. So if I want to say this in shortly, that means Laplace transform is a part of operational calculus which helps us to solve ordinary and differential partial differential equations. And it was invented by the French mathematician Pierre-Simon Laplace, and it was further developed by the British physicist Oliver Heaviside. Okay, that's the initial idea about Laplace transform, or you may consider this as the history of Laplace transform. Now we will learn how can we get or how can we invent Laplace transformation, what is the definition of Laplace transformation. And before learning the definition of Laplace transformation, at first you should know integral transform. What is this? Before learning Laplace transformations definitions, you should learn about integral transform. Okay, so before learning the definition of Laplace transform, you should know about integral transform, and here there is a relation. Such type of relation describe that here we are considering a function f of t. We are considering a function f of t and its Laplace transformation is f of s. And the Laplace transformation of f of t is related by this relation. F of s is equals integration alpha to beta k t comma s f of t dt. Here we are considering a function f of t and the integral transform of f of t is f of s. And the relation is that f of s is equal this, and here there is another function. There is another function k which is a function of two variable t and s. Here there is another function k of two variable t and s. This function is known as kernel. This function is known as integral kernel of your given integral transformation. So by seeing this relation between f of t and f of s, here it is capital F of s, this is small f of t. We are considering f of t is given and the integral transform of f of t is f of s. What is this? Integral transform of small f of t is f of s, and it is defined like this, where the range of integration is alpha to beta, and here this function k, which is a function of two variable t and s, and it is known as kernel integral of your given transformation. Okay. Now we will go for the Laplace transformations. This is integral transformations, and there are many integral transformations for different problems. And for Laplace transformation, we know that this is the definition of integral transformation. If you consider alpha is equal 0, beta is equal infinity, and kernel integral kt comma s is equal e to the power minus st, then from this relation we will get the formula for Laplace transformation. What is this? This is our integral transformation, and from integral transformation, if you consider the range is from 0 to plus infinity, and your kernel integral is equal e to the power minus st, then from this relation we will get the formula for Laplace transformation. So it will be f of s is equal 0 to infinity a t comma s means e to the power minus st, and f of t dt. And this is known as Laplace transform of f of t. What is this? This is known as Laplace transform of f of t, and here s is a parameter. Here s is a parameter and it is independent of t. What is Laplace transform? From integral transform, if you consider the values of alpha is 0 and beta is infinity, and the kernel integral is e to the power minus e to the power minus st f of t dt. Okay, so this is the Laplace transform of f of t, and it is denoted by f of s. Okay, and here s is a parameter. Here s is a parameter and it is independent of t. Here s is a parameter independent of, yes?
আলফা ইকুয়াল টু ইনফিনিটি বিটা ইকুয়াল টু 0, এটা হলে যে e টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস s বাই t হবে, এটা কি কোনো প্রমাণ আছে নাকি?
Basically here this is known as Laplace transformation, and from integral transform we converted this. Okay, here there is some specific analysis and there's some specific proof. Many scientists, that means Parry-Simon, Laplace, and the British physicist Oliver Heaviside have introduced this formula. Okay, they introduced this formula. Since they introduced or invented this formula, obviously they maintain some proofs. Okay. So here s is a parameter and it is independent of t. Parameter which is independent.
Ma'am, is it
Yes.
than the previous one? I mean, is it more useful to use in many problems, in some problems? Why they introduced actually?
what is the necessity of Laplace
Yes, ma'am.
transform
Yes,
formula, right?
yes, ma'am.
Basically, Laplace transform is used for solving different types of ordinary and partial differential equations. Now the question is, we can solve ordinary and partial differential equations in many numerical methods or iterative methods. But there are some problems of ordinary and partial differential equations, boundary and initial value problems, which cannot be solved by using any other numerical methods, or they gives a very critical situation. So in such case, you can use Laplace transform to convert your ordinary and partial differential equations into algebraic equation. And it is very easy for us to solve the algebraic equation. Okay. So the main
Yes, ma'am.
thing of Laplace transform is that it will convert our difficult ordinary and partial differential equations into simple algebraic equation. And after that, solving the system of algebraic equations, we will get the solution of our complex or ordinary or differential partial differential equations. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I think
board লেখা জিনিসটা আবার বুঝাবেন ম্যাম
board লেখা is not clear. Isn't this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And one thing is that here f of s indicates the Laplace transform. There is another notation, that is this sign. I think all of you are introduced with this. This sign is used for indicating Laplace transform. Okay. So if you want to say that Laplace transform of f of t, that it can be also written like this. This means Laplace transform of f of t. Okay. This means Laplace transform of f of t, or you can also use such like this. It also means the Laplace transform of f of t. Okay. So these are the notation for expressing Laplace transform. Now, there is an alternative way. Suppose here we are considering that the function f of t is given and this is the Laplace transform. You can write down it as like f of Laplace transform of f of t. Okay. You can write down like this. Laplace transform of f of t is equal to this. This is the notation of your Laplace transform. And you know that there is another notation just like this. F of t is equal 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Right? So these also indicates the Laplace transform of f of t. That means Laplace transform of this function. Okay. But if I consider that here this function is capital F of t, if I consider that it is capital F of t, that means you have to find the Laplace transform of capital F of t. In that case, you have to write down here Laplace transform of f of t. Okay. If your function is z of t, then you have to write down Laplace transform of z of t. Okay. So in this course, I will use this sign for expressing Laplace transform, and I will use this definition. Okay. And in many books, you have found that they use this sign for expressing or as the notation of Laplace transform, this and this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will give the definition of Laplace transform. Sorry, before giving the definition of Laplace transform, one thing is essential for you to learn, that is the test of convergence or divergence. I think that all of you are familiar with the topic convergence or divergence, but still I will try to give the idea of convergence and divergence by using an example. Okay. Here the definition of convergence and divergence for this course is not necessary, but you need the idea. That's why I just show how can we test the convergence or divergence by using an example. Suppose here f of t is a function and it is e to the power ct. Okay, and here c is non-zero constant. C is not is equal to 0. C can be greater than 0 or C can be less than 0. Okay. Now we will test either this function converge or diverge, and for what values of C it will converge and what values of C it will diverge. So for testing convergence or divergence, you have to consider I will consider an improper integral. Okay, I will consider the improper integral of that function, that is 0 to infinity e to the power ct dt. I will check the convergence and divergence of this improper integral. All of you know that when infinity contains in your limit, then it is known as improper integral. So I will test the convergence of this improper integral. But how? Here the formula for checking is a to tends to infinity, 0 to a, e to the power ct dot dt. Probably you have learned about convergence and divergence in the subject integral calculus. Can you remember? In integral calculus, you have learned how can you check the convergence of an improper integral. In integral calculus, probably this course was included in your level 1 term 1. Can you remember about convergence or divergence? Okay.
No, ma'am. এত আগের জিনিস মনে থাকবে?
Okay, I just give the basic idea how can we check the convergence and divergence. Suppose here this is an improper integral, and since it is not included to my syllabus, that's why I will not go for the deep calculation. Okay, so here this is improper integral, and since it is improper integral, the upper limit is infinity. That's why we are taking limit, and this is the right way for calculation of improper integral. But we don't maintain this way. We just directly calculate the improper integral. Okay. This is the right way. Since here upper limit is infinity, so we have to take a tends to infinity and the limit is 0 to a, the function into dt. Now, because it's not, why we are taking limit a tends to infinity? Because it's not possible to calculate at infinity. Okay. Now you may ask,
হয় লিমিট আর ইন্টিগ্রেশন একসাথে এটাও হয়?
Yes, it's possible. Here limit a tends to infinity means the values of a tends to infinity, right? And after completing this integral, after completing this integral, you will use this limit. Not in a same time, not at the same time.
ও আচ্ছা, আগে ইন্টিগ্রেশন দেন লিমিট।
At first, we will complete this integration, and after that, we will use this limit. Okay. So limit a tends to infinity, and here what is the integration of e to the power ct with respect to t? It will be e to the power ct divided by c, and the upper and lower limit is this limit a tends to infinity e to the power ca divided by c, okay, and minus e to the power 0, right? E to the power 0 by c. So we can write down as like 1 by c limit a tends to infinity e to the power ca minus 1, right? So finally we get 1 by c limit a tends to infinity e to the power ca minus 1. Okay. So finally you obtained is, now we will use this limit a tends to infinity. If you say it here limit a tends to infinity, then it will be e to the power infinity, right? For c greater than 0. If c greater than 0, then it will be e to the power infinity, that means infinity. But if c less than 0, then it will be e to the power minus infinity, and that is 0, right? So from here we can see that for values which is less than 0, for which values of c which is less than 0, our function is defined, right? When c is less than 0, then from this relation we get a finite value, and when c greater than 0, then from this relation we obtain an infinite value. So we can see that these given improper integral converts for c less than 0, because for c less than 0 we get finite values. So for when you get finite values, then it will prove that this is convergent. And when your functional value is infinite, then you have to say that it will diverge. Okay. So there's the relation between divergence and convergence. When c less than 0, it will produce what? Finite value. And when c greater than 0, from here it will be infinite. So when it is finite, then it is convergent. When it is infinite, then it is divergent. So we can say this converges for c less than 0 and diverges and diverges for c greater than or equal 0. Okay.
Ma'am, once
So,
again, please.
sorry, ask your question again.
Ma'am, can you explain once again, please? There is a
Once
problem.
again. Okay. Here basically we get this term, right? We get this relation by completing our integration. Now here it is limit a tends to infinity. If you set here limit a tends to infinity and c is positive, then it will be e to the power plus infinity, right? And
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know that e to the power plus infinity is infinity, which is infinite. So we can see that for the value c greater than 0, we get infinite value of our improper integral. And for such condition, it will be diverse. Okay, it will diverse. But if your values of c is less than 0, that means negative. Here, if c is negative, then it will produce e to the power minus infinity, right? If c is negative, then for a tends to infinity, it will produce minus infinity. If c is less than 0, then it will produce e to the power minus infinity. So we know that e to the power minus infinity is 0. And we can see that for c less than 0, we get a finite value of our improper integral. We get a finite value for c less than 0, right? And for finite value, it will converge, and for infinite value, it will diverge. Now, is it clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, e to the power infinity ki infinity na?
E to the power plus infinity is infinity, but e to the power minus infinity is 0.
जी ma'am, अच्छा ma'am.
Okay. And when your improper integral's value is infinity, then it will diverge. And when your improper integral's value is finite, then it will converge. And here the term is
Yes ma'am.
e to the power ca. Okay. And the values of a is suppose infinity. So when c is positive, then it will be only e to the power infinity. That is infinity. That means diverse. Diverse. And it will happen when c is greater than 0.
0.
Okay. And when c is less than 0, then it will be e to the power
0.
minus infinity, that is 0. And it is finite, right?
Converge.
The value 0 is finite, then it will converge. Okay? I think all of you have get the idea about converse and diverse, but it is not our focus. Now we learn the definition of Laplace transform. Okay, here at first we will learn the definition of Laplace transform, and here I am considering a function which is capital F of t. Okay, I'm considering a function capital F of t, and this function is defined for all values of t greater than 0. Now I want to find the Laplace transform of capital F of t, the Laplace transform of this and it will be denoted by Laplace transform of f of t. If it is a function which is denoted by small f of t, then what will happen? It will be Laplace transform small f of t. Okay, here there is no problem. It's just the function. It is just the function capital F of t. And this is also noted or denoted by small f of s. Now my question is, if I consider here a small f, then here it will be small f or capital F. If you consider your function is small f here, small f of t, then your Laplace transformation will be small f or capital F. Can anyone say? It will be capital. When it is capital, then it will be a small, but when here it is a small, then it will be capital. Here there is no problem. It just depends on your given function. If your given function is a small f, then your notation will be capital F. And if your given function is capital F, then your notation will be a small f. But I will not go for this notation. I will use this notation in my course. Okay. So Laplace transform of f of t. And it is denoted by 0 to infinity e to the power minus s comma s into t. And this is the kernel integral f of t dt. This is the definition of our Laplace transform, and provided that the integral 1 exists. That means here the integral will have to be exist, will have to be defined, will have to be convergent. Here the idea of convergent is necessary, okay? Here this improper integral will have to be converged. Otherwise, it will not be the Laplace transform of a function. If you evaluate these, then if you get a finite value, then it will be converse or exist. But if you have an infinite value, then it will not exist. And
ম্যাম এগুলো সবগুলোই কি লিমিট দিয়ে ওভাবেই করতে হবে না?
you don't need to check the in your numerical example, you don't need to check the convergence or existence. Okay, that's the plus point.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Okay, that's the
Yes,
plus
ma'am.
point. Okay, and here Laplace transform f of t is equals 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. And here this s is a parameter and which is independent of t, and the values of s may be real or complex number. Okay, here s is a parameter, it is independent of t, and the values of s can be real or complex number. There's the definition of your Laplace transform. And I included these definitions in your class materials, and probably you may find these definitions as the name alternate definition of Laplace transform. Okay. Now we will know about some elementary solutions. That means the what is this? Now we will test or find the Laplace transform of some elementary functions. Here, suppose a function f of t is equal 1 is given. Okay. Suppose a function f of t is equal 1 is given, and we want to find the Laplace transform of the function f of t. What is this? The function is given, f of t is equal 1, and we want to find the Laplace transform of this function f of t is equal 1. So you have to use your definition. By the definition of Laplace transform of Laplace transform, here it is the Laplace transform of f of t. So we will write down it as like Laplace transform of f of t, right? And the definition is 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Right? So now use the values of f of t. So it will be 0 to infinity e to the power minus st. What is the values of f of t? The values of f of t is equal 1 into dt. So we'll get 0 to infinity e to the power minus st dt.
ম্যাম ল্যাপটপ সাইন এর মধ্যেও বড় এফ ভিতরে থাকে বড় এফ
Yes, when it is capital F, then it is the Laplace sign. It's like capital L, okay? It's like capital L, and many of writers have used the sign capital F. But here our function is capital F, so if you want to express it by F, then you have to use capital small f. Since here your given function is capital F, so for using Laplace transformation, you have to use a small f.
ম্যাম এল দিয়েই করি না।
I think here L is appropriate because here there is no confliction, okay? Here there is no confliction, but if you want, then you can use here a small f. Since your given function is capital F, so you have to use here a small f if you want to use f, but I will prefer this sign, capital L, okay? But in a different way. This. So we get Laplace transform of f of t is equal 0 to infinity e to the power minus st into dt. Now you have to complete this improper integral. Here it's an improper integral. So you have to yes.
or minus st s টা কি ম্যাম
Oh, I see. Here s is a parameter. It is a parameter and independent of t. I don't know, is it the right spelling? Independent.
Yes, ma'am. Correct spelling.
Forget it. Okay. So here s is a parameter and it is independent of t, and the values of s may be a real or complex number. Okay. And it is included in your definition directly. Okay. So you have to complete this integration. So take limit p tends to infinity or a tends to infinity, something like this. So it will be 0 to p e to the power minus st dt. So limit p tends to infinity. Now complete this. It will e to the power minus st divided by what? Minus s, right? 0 to p minus 1 by s e to the power minus sp minus e to the power 0, and limit p tends to infinity minus
p কোথেকে আসলো?
Here you can introduce p, a, l, m, any kind of parameter. Okay, here since it is improper integral, and for improper integral, this is the right way to consider limit p tends to infinity, and in the place of infinity consider p. These two are made similar thing. Okay, I am considering p tends to infinity. That means the values of p tends to infinity, and in the place of 0 to infinity, we are considering 0 to p. These two are the same thing. Here the limit for this integration, I am considering 0 to p, but here it is infinity.
Yes, ma'am.
When you are considering limit p tends to infinity, that means the values of p tends to infinity, then these two things are similar. And here you can use a, b, c, l, m, any parameter, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here limit p tends to infinity, and we get minus 1 by s. Now use the limit p tends to infinity. If you use here p tends to infinity, then what will happen? E to the power minus sp, and p tends to infinity, then it will be e to the power minus infinity, right?
0
Here it is e to the power minus sp, and here p tends to infinity, that means it will be e to the power minus infinity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So e to the power minus infinity is 0. It will be
Yes,
0.
ma'am.
And here there is no p, so e to the power 0 means 1. So we obtain minus 1 by s into minus 1, that means 1 by s. Okay, so this is the result of your given function of Laplace transform. What is this?
S is greater than 0.
1 by s.
Laplace transform of f of t is equal 1 by s. But here there is a condition. Can anyone say? If here s is 0, if here s is 0, then is it possible to give a finite value? Then it will exist or not? If s is equal 0, then will it
Will
exist
not
or not?
exist.
Will
No,
not
ma'am.
exist. So here the condition will be s is not equal 0.
S is greater than 0.
Okay, here the condition will be s is not is equal 0.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I hope you all of you have understand this first Laplace transform. Yes,
আপনার কথাটা মাঝে মাঝে কেটে আসে মানে আটকে
কেটে আসে।
যায়
probably that's the problem for the unstable internet connection. Okay, because since we are using broadband connection and it is not available all the time, and sometimes it show unstable internet connection, that's why. But if I recorded it, then there is no problem. So when I will upload it, then I think you can hear it clearly. You will not face any problem when you see the uploaded file. Okay, and after my conducting class, I provided the recorded file in the Google Classroom. So if you face any problem to hear me in the class properly, then please collect the videos from the Google Classroom, and after recording there is no problem to hear or to see the board. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we are at the end of the class, but if you give me some time, then we will try another Laplace transform of a given function.
Ma'am, next class.
Ma'am, next class, ma'am.
Next class.
Ji ma'am, ji ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Basically, from this lecture, you have to learn about the definition of Laplace transformation, and for history, that means the inventor's name, the idea of convergence and divergence, and finding Laplace transform of elementary functions. Okay, here there are some many functions. I will show it in the next class. F of t is equal t, f of t is equal t to the power n, f of t is equal e to the power at, f of t is equal sin at, cos at, f of t is equal sin h at, cos h at. Do you know what is this sin h at, cos h at?
Hyperbolic function.
Hyperbolic function, and know the formula for sin h at. It is probably half of e to the power at minus e to the power minus at, right? And for this, the formula is half of e to the power at plus e to the power minus at. Okay. So in our next class, we will find the Laplace transform of these elementary functions. These. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If anyone interested, then you can practice at home. How can we find the Laplace transform of these elementary functions? And the result of these elementary... Sorry?
I say I have solved that already, ma'am.
Okay. And after obtaining the results for finding the elementary functions, Laplace transform of these elementary functions, we will use those results in our next calculation. So at first, we will find the Laplace transform of these elementary functions, and those results will have to be used in our next calculations. Okay. So that's the necessity for finding Laplace transform of these functions. Since these are new topics, so I will not make it a long lecture and I will stop here. So if you have any problem to understand our today's lecture, then you may ask. Otherwise, I will stop here. And probably all of you have written your ID number on the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is there any problem, anyone?
No, ma'am.
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining the class and for participation. Allah Hafiz, take care.
Ma'am, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum
Thank you,
assalam.
ma'am.
God bless, ma'am.